I'm hyping to something. Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Welcome to a new show concept. A new concept on the channel. Hero of the Spiel. All the German speakers. Oh my god. George loves Yeah, of course I do. I love all of you Ich bin speakers out there. Seriously, that's why we have Hero of the Spiel, which is match day for all you non-German speakers. Now everyone's like, what does this mean? Translate. We need captions. Shut up. Just let me have this, okay? Let me have this. Some German speakers are like, but that's not the grammar. Relax. Let me just do that. Let me do this one thing. All right. So what this is every match reaction that I do or anything, right? Under there, I want your vote for the player of the match or the hero of the match day. And you're basically going to give them stats like FIFA. Yeah, you give them stats and I put them in there and we talk about it. Okay? We vote on it. So we don't vote on it, but you vote on it by liking each other's comments and actually putting in the, stats that you want them. So pace, shooting, passing, dribbling, defending, physicality. That's where it's at. Gnabry today for me got a 90. Not because I did some manipulation of the numericals. I just took it off the match rating. I gave him a 9, so he's getting a 90 here because he got a 9 in the match rating. So pace-wise, I gave him an 89. I felt like Gnabry today was a lot sharper than we've been used to, especially since the restart. I felt like our wingers weren't sharp. I think wingers need to almost get into a certain rhythm of playing. Wingers are probably, I guess, the most tiring position because not in terms of running up and down the pitch. That would probably be the fullback position or the CDM position. Well, no, the CDM position takes more mental focus. The winger position, for me, you're almost having this weight on you to create something big anytime in the game. So I feel like Gnabry and Coman and Perisic weren't doing that since the restart. And we saw today what Gnabry is about. You see how he just took the ball, bang, that was Ronaldo Nazario. That's what Serge Gnabry turned into today. Shooting wise, I thought he placed that shot very well, very consistent across the pitch in terms of his decision making. I thought he dropped deep and was always involved. The one thing that I loved about Robin, and I still do, and that's why he's my favorite player of all time, and the reason I support Bayern, the one thing I loved was his liveliness. At any given moment in any game, Ian Robin was always a threat. That's what I like. I like players that can do something special given any amount of time in the game. Some players, I'd say, don't really have that. Gnabry, look at that lively performance versus Spurs and lively performance versus Chelsea. That's what you need from your wingers because your strikers will get isolated a lot. Lewandowski just so happens to be great in any situation. So now our wingers, if Lewandowski was to get pocketed by some, Konate like he did last season, twice to Lewandowski, he got pocketed, man. Lewa had to take a few games just to get out of Konate's pocket. I've never seen a center back just make Lewandowski look. He made Lewandowski look like Lukaku with his first time. Konate was so cold against Lewandowski. So now you need your wingers to be the ones to really influence the game, especially with just the things they do. They're one-touching. I think in a lot of games where it's going to be a tight defensive line like Marseille had today, you need like your wingers to take the ball from the edge or something and drive into the box. That is always going to attract players towards them. And then Kimmich will get space. And then our midfielders will get space. So that's pretty much what we need. I thought today Gnabry was our best player on the pitch in terms of liveliness and being a threat consistently. Perisic. Who? Yeah, he don't play for us anymore. I think he terminated his contract mutually because he thought he was crap. All right, dribbling-wise, Gnabry isn't really a dribbler. He can dribble, and he is good at it, but I wouldn't say his style of play is about dribbling. He wants to score goals. He wants to get assists. He reminds me of a Sadio Mane / Mo Salah. He wants to be a striker, scoring 20 goals and getting 10 assists. That's what he wants to be. Leroy Sané wants to be the creator. If you see Sané's stats, he has more assists than goals for a reason. Gnabry is the opposite. He has more goals than assists. That's still a very good thing, good combination there. But I'm seeing Gnabry's game, and it's so well-rounded. I think he gets a lot of assists, but he also wants to score goals. But he also just happens to score more goals. So for me, today I thought Gnabry, in terms of dribbling, was carrying the ball well. He was being lively, like I said. Defensively, I can't lie. I don't know if this is just something I'm noticing, but okay, so with Kimmich today, right? Kimmich played, I gave Kimmich a 4. People are like, why did you give Kimmich a 4? It's because I expect Kimmich to be at a certain level. I'm sorry, Kimmich has just put this unbelievable standard to himself that, doing normal things like passing the ball isn't good enough. I need you to get an assist. Like that's how I want Kimmich to play, because he has set this unbelievable standard for himself that if he performs below that, he's getting a lower rating than everyone else. That's why I put him as pretty much the worst player on the pitch. Not because he actually was, but because I expect Kimmich to be playing at a certain standard, and he didn't, play at that standard today. Kimmich was the best right back in the world last season, and in a game where he had a lot of space on that right-hand side, especially with Marseille dropping back, I didn't see him put in the crosses. What I love about Kimmich is he stops. I know it's such a little detail in his game, but he stops and then he crosses. But he didn't do that today. I feel like he was over-rushing his crosses. So that's why I gave Kimmich a 4. People are like, why? Because I expect this guy to play at an unbelievable level. And he didn't play today. A 4 for Kimmich is literally a 6 for someone else. That's where I'm at with Kimmich now. A 4 for Kimmich is almost a 7 for a player at Dortmund. That's kind of where I see it. I think at Bayern there's a certain standard we have to hit. That game wasn't good enough today. We didn't have that many great performances across the pitch, and people are concerned about, well, it's a friendly. First of all, do you not want to win every single game convincingly? Marseille haven't played in a professional game in a lot longer than we haven't. So that's just my concern. It's not that I'm concerned or I'm hopeless. No. It's just me noticing something. If you looked at the Union Berlin game, that's my concern. These types of performances, they're not just this friendly that I'm talking about. This is a context thing. I kept saying the same thing, Mönchengladbach, where Goretzka had to rescue us and Alphonso Davies had to come in. The team, the players, they got a little bit complacent. And I don't want that in the Champions League. I don't want us to roll up to Chelsea. It's not a matter of I don't believe we can do it. I do believe we can do it. I've been called overconfident before. Everyone's been watching this channel and people come in and say, oh, George is overconfident. And now people are saying I'm underconfident or I have no belief in the team. I do have belief in the team. I'm just in that middle ground where I do have the confidence we can do it, but I'm also willing to accept that we're not invincible. We're not champions of Europe yet, or potentially yet. We're not there at this very moment in time. And until a few things are fixed, I don't want us to be in the Champions League semifinals and we're complacent, because Real Madrid have punishers. They have Hazard, they have Bale, they have Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Benzema, Luka Jovic. I don't want to be in the Champions League final and we're complacent. And people are saying, oh, well, it's a friendly game. Momentum is everything. The players are going to make it okay to be complacent. I don't want that. Do you know the problem in the last 7 years for Bayern in the Champions League? Not just the coaching or the tactics used in every single game in the knockout rounds. It's been complacency. Usually, we have a great second half of the season in the league domestically. And we have a great, you ever notice we have great group stages? It's because in that time, we're not complacent. We know what's at stake. The league is flying. But then when we settle, when the halftime break hits and we settle, I feel like it's a Bayern thing to do, to be complacent. If you look at the finals we've been in, it's complacency that's killed us in so many Champions League finals and knockout rounds over the years. If you look at the 2012 final, we dominated that game. We didn't score. And the time we scored, they scored. And then eventually we lost because of complacency. If you look at the Real Madrid 2012, was it semifinals or quarterfinals? Well, if you look at that, we missed, 2 penalties? It just so happened that Neuer saved more than they did. Complacency again. And I'm not trying to say, no, it's in. I can smell complacency. 1999, a stupid clearance from complacency. Bayern struggle from this. It's not something that's just apparent because of a friendly. The only reason I'm coming out and saying I don't like this is because I feel something weird happening. I said it. If we lose the Champions League, it will be because of us. Because we didn't give our all. It will be because of the players, not because of Flick, not because of anything coaching-wise, not because of the system. It will be complacency. We've seen so many games over the years where we've been complacent, where we had something to just prove, but then we didn't. And that's why this friendly annoyed me. And you know what? Call me a stupid person for wanting my team to win every single game convincingly against a team that hasn't played for 5 months in a professional game. Call me, call me deluded. You can call me, insult me all you want. But at least just look at where I'm coming from, man. God. How many games have we seen where Bayern should win and we don't? Because of complacency, where we create and dominate the chances because of complacency. And it's creeping back in and no one's seeing it. I'm just seeing something that we always have. And if we win the Champions League, that will prove to me that this team can get out of the herd of complacency. But if we go into a game like Chelsea with the mentality, we got it, let's go. The players can say, we still have to play Chelsea. They can say that all they want. But, when it's Chelsea, when it's the game and they know they're 3-0 up, I want to know, are they going to slow down a little bit? Because we shouldn't. We should play that game at 150%. We shouldn't even think about who's qualifying out of Barcelona and Napoli. We should focus on Chelsea. This is the Champions League, guys. Did anyone predict? I sat here last year, and was it last year? Well, Liverpool went to the Camp Nou. I was like, wow, Liverpool playing better. They were complacent in that game, Liverpool. Lost 3-0. But then Barcelona, they knew something was at stake. They knew they had lost the league. They had nothing to really go in. So they went with all their energy. Barcelona got complacent. Look at Barcelona. They do the same thing. They get a good lead. They think they're through. And they just lose focus. They're defensive. They're not thinking. And they go lose. This is what happens in the Champions League. It's fine to not win a friendly. But I can't be seeing consistencies with some of the performances we've been having over the last few months because it will come back to bite us. I know that for a fact. That's how life is. If you're complacent, if you're procrastinating, one day you're going to feel a little bit weird and then all of a sudden you're going to realize, oh crap, I just missed on a big opportunity because I was complacent, aka procrastinating. And that's my problem. I don't think our players should win every single game. I just think in a time where we know there's a big trophy at stake, people don't realize. You don't think you'll be bantered? It's not just about the banter. It's about really just the honor of the club. Everything we've done this season doesn't mean crap to anyone other than us until we win the UEFA Champions League. Until we do that, nothing we've done means anything. That's not me saying it as my opinion. That's what people think. They won't value what we've done. These players like Lewandowski, next year, if Lewandowski doesn't win the Champions League, you don't think in the back of his mind he's going to be like, I kind of regret staying here. I could have gone to Real and done this and that and that. Players won't want to play for Bayern. And it's going to be all down to complacency. And I'm not happy. You can't convince me to be happy about that result. You can't say to me it's a friendly. It's a friendly that we want to slap Marseille in and show our readiness. And it wasn't even about match sharpness or, no, it's something that I've seen. I saw it against Union Berlin. I saw it against Borussia Dortmund, third game of the season. I saw it against Paderborn before Chelsea. I saw it. 3-2. And it's just a moment we pick to be complacent. Very dull moments. And imagine you go be complacent in the wrong type of game. In a Man City team that's fueled up and ready to go, rearing to go. Imagine you be complacent in that type of game. We know the Champions League takes 100% effort. And please don't come at me if I want us to be 100% in every single game. I don't care, give a crap if it's a friendly. I want to win. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Serge Gnabry, man of the match day, hero of the Spiel, and Mia San Mia, and peace.